Hey friends, it's Joni with Three Feathers Spiritual Wisdom. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to do an astrology video on the intense energies around the coming full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio on May 5th. Actually, the buildup of the energy has already happened. It's happened this past weekend for me, and I imagine that a number of people are feeling it. So raise your hand if you're feeling the energy already. It's intense. And, but to me, that I always am trying to look at the positive side of what's going on with these aspects. So let's discuss. But first, quick commercial. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing these videos. It really helps with the growth of the channel, and I really do appreciate your support. It means a lot to me. If you are interested in a personal reading or personal session for astrology, my information is below. I am going to be at Solstice in the Vale, which is in La Vista, Nebraska, on May 5th. Interesting timing, I think. On the night of the full moon for the Witches Night Market. So if you are in the Omaha area and you're listening to me and see this video, check this store out, check this event out. There will be food trucks, there'll be all kinds of vendors. Solstice in the Vale is a great store. There will be readers. I'll be there, and other people will be there, other practitioners. So check it out. Okay, so there's the commercial. Let's dive in. I've got my notes in front of me, so don't mind me if I look down every once in a while. I'm getting old and need notes. Okay, so let's break this down. This powerful week and all the aspects, well, maybe not all the aspects, but a number of aspects that are around this full moon lunar eclipse at 14 degrees, 58 minutes of Scorpio. So first thing I like to talk about is the full moon. And the full moon is when everything in the cycle is peaking or coming to completion, or it is the moment where you need to look at what things are going on in your life and what needs to be reassessed and be adapted. So it's that full culmination, that full moon, that full energy. So bringing things to a peak, and let's look at what is going on with it. So that's a full moon, and that's also about completion, and it can be a release. And then on top of the full moon, we've got the lunar eclipse energy. And eclipses are about eclipsing. It's much more powerful energy on top of already powerful energy of the full moon. So it is like on, major steroids here of releasing something, eclipsing something, releasing it from your life. You're done with it, let it go. Okay? And then it's all happening under the sign of Scorpio. And Scorpio for me is about going down deep and bringing things we don't necessarily want to look at in the light of day up to the surface to be looked at. There are deep desires there for the Scorpio, so it's about what you desire as well. That's kind of that energy mixed in. But for me personally, it's coming out as being triggered by something someone says or writes, and then I stop. Instead of reacting on that person, I'm looking within, saying, why did I react that way? Why did I jerk my knee on that? And, what is going on there? So that is as I said, the positive side, it's like, okay, you can learn a little bit more about yourself with this aspect. And one of them is what is going to bother you? What is going to trigger you? What is coming at you right now that is making you emotional? And what are those emotions? And what is causing those emotions? And that's not the stuff outside, not like the person or your neighbor or this person who cut you off or took the better parking space when you were waiting to drive into the parking space. No, it's not about the external. The external is there to show you what you are upset with and what ticks you. And then what you have to do is you have to go inside and say, why did I feel that way? What, maybe there was something deeper going on. And if there wasn't, there wasn't. But I'm experiencing it. And so other people may be as well. Um, when the moon is a full moon, it means that the sun is in the opposite sign on the zodiac wheel. So the sun is in Taurus. And joining the sun in Taurus, of course, is Mercury in retrograde, which is nothing to be afraid of. Mercury in retrograde is about doing the internal work too. And it's about reassessing what you have done, reassessing your plan, reevaluating, you know, what you've done so far towards a goal, and maybe adapting something. It could be about redoing something, rethinking, rethinking. So Mercury in retrograde is nothing to be afraid of. It's in the earth sign of Taurus. And then the last thing that's in there is Uranus, which has been there for a while. And Uranus is helping to make change in the Taurus type fields. So, with the Sun, Mercury retrograde, and Uranus in Taurus, we're going to feel it on both ends there. And Taurus rules, it's an earth sign, so it rules our money areas and relationships because Venus rules Taurus. So, it is, um, we may have some connection between what comes up and the relationships that we have or our feelings of money around money. And that's going to be strong energy. I wouldn't be surprised if some stuff came out more about the economy. um on the romance side, it may be more relationships close by and what may um, come of those and how you feel about those relationships and what may be revealed. Um, so I think the energy is intense, and it will mean that we look inside of ourselves and we look at those little traumas, or they could be big traumas, and they come to the surface for us to address. And the best way to do it is to really look at it, ask for help. When we bring things up to the surface, that's half the battle. That really is. That's half the battle. But acknowledge it. Don't let it sink down into the depths again. Acknowledge it, look at it, think about it, bless it, love it, and ask Archangel Michael or ask Spirit to help heal it and let it go. I know it's easier said than done. I always bring that caveat because I've gotten comments or I've gotten things. Oh, well, that's easy to say. It is easy to say. It's harder to do, and I'm working on it myself because of something that came up over the weekend that I was reactive to. And I'm thinking like, why? Why? So here is your opportunity with this full moon lunar eclipse. Look at what's coming up and ask why. Why is it there? What is it you're supposed to work on? I think it's very interesting stuff, and I think it also ultimately will help us evolve as human beings and as spirit beings. So, anything else? Oh, yes. It could also mean you release old wounds and old perspectives. That could be also released. And, as we grow, we can change our opinion about things. And we can open up our minds to other ways of living and other types of thoughts. And I hope we open our eyes up and our minds up to practicing more kindness and compassion. So release the deep wounds. Here's your opportunity with this lunar eclipse, full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio. I want to wish you many blessings. I hope you have a good week and kind of ride through these intense energies and emotions. And it's okay to feel them and take care of yourself. Okay? Wishing you many blessings. Take care.